Matt Parker, President, Dothan Area Chamber of Commerce. We've been here ever since 1989. We saw a lot of potential in this community, a lot of entrepreneurial spirit out there, a lot of can-do attitude, the business climate, the people, the business people, the government leaders really just had things going. They were a progressive town, building infrastructure, seeing the future, preparing this area for a lot of good opportunities in healthcare, advanced manufacturing, retail services, support from that standpoint, and just sold on it. Ever since we've been here, we've enjoyed the wonderful recreation programs that the city of Dothan has to offer. Baseball, the dance from the private providers out there, the running trails, the soccer fields that were built recently. Of course, we're expanding that as we speak with additional softball and baseball fields. The tennis complex created a lot of opportunities out there. Biking trails, wonderful new development with Forever Wild Trail here in Dothan that is really going to expand that opportunity in our marketplace. Just about anything anybody wants to do is here. Of course, golf, and you're close to great fishing within the southeast area of Alabama, but also you're real close to that big old wonderful coast down there in the Gulf of Mexico to do some big sea fishing there. This area offers everything, and the climate is just outstanding for anybody that really enjoys the outdoors and the opportunities out there. The great thing about this area, as far as living, is you certainly have a very cost-effective structure as in regards to taxes. We see a tremendous amount of retirees, former military that have retired down here, enjoying the low cost of living with housing, utilities, and the tax climate. And this area really has an advantage because it is one of the hubs of Alabama. We draw a lot of shopping within this tri-state area of Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, which really helps support our structure from that standpoint with sales tax to support our growth and our infrastructure. So that's a tremendous advantage. Obviously for business, we are sitting right there on the edge of one of the biggest consumer markets in the United States with Florida, and a lot of distribution, manufacturing-related companies like to locate here because we always say we're Florida's low-cost manufacturing location for distribution and manufacturing. The healthcare community is one that is very unique, and it really kind of affirms the entrepreneurial spirit that this area has. You look at the history of healthcare and how it grew here with Flowers Hospital, and then ultimately the creation of the Houston County Healthcare Authority, which created the Southeast Alabama Medical Center, and what that impact has meant to our area. We've got close to 4,000 jobs tied to that, and we serve a tremendous area throughout the Tri-States area, which draws obviously a lot of customers and a lot of patients out there to seek quality health care from that standpoint. But you take that another step further, you're down here in Dothan, Alabama, Southeast Alabama, and who would have ever imagined that we had an Alabama College of Osteopathic Medicine where you can get training to become a primary care physician through the DO school that's been established here, which was really an effort of local vision and the spirit of local government and the healthcare authority working together to create something very special to impact really a tri-state area, really the whole nation. We've got students coming from all over the United States for that program. Going to be graduating our first class May 2017 since its inception. And those people will be out there serving our state, Florida, Georgia, the whole works, to provide quality health care from that standpoint. Plus the technology that is now being introduced into our area in the neurovascular arena. We're going to be one of two areas that has a special procedure that's available to really enhance and improve the recovery time for strokes and various other disorders that are related to the brain. Very special technique that's going to be that's already being implemented here. There's only one other place that's doing it in Alabama, and that's up at UAB. So very unique, very special, and just a testament to the vision and the creativity of this area. When you really look at the cost of living for our area, every quarter we do a cost of living analysis in conjunction with about 300 other metropolitan areas throughout the United States. And we have to go, we have 3 days to go price certain items, a stay for a hospital bed, an apartment rental rate, average sales price for housing, a can of tomatoes, the cost of a can of tomatoes, a pound of hamburger, and health care, obviously, as part of that index, and some miscellaneous items are in that. But all these are quantified. We come out with a report every quarter that compares our area against all the other metro areas that participate. I think we have close to 360 metro areas in the United States, and usually on average we have 300 to 310 that participate in this study. And what you find when you analyze that is we come out on average every quarter being anywhere between 9 to 12% below the national average in cost to live here. Sometimes when you equate that to wages, the wage may be differential, be a difference compared to other areas, but the cost more than makes up for it from that standpoint. So we think that's a big added advantage for our area. You take that a step further, there's, obviously 85–90% of our jobs are tied to small business. And our area has been very aggressive in creating localized capital resource programs. We have the revolving loan fund that will help in conjunction with private lending activities, subordinated financing to help create financial resources to start or expand local small business. We have a microloan program that also help and address another niche in our market for smaller home-based business, smaller technological projects that need a lower amount of capital to get started, that have been really active and going since 1991, since we created those, and really impacted our area. In fact, if you looked at the number of loans we have done in our market and looked at the total impact of that, it exceeds the impact that a Mercedes-Benz plant has up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, as far as the impact and the job creation and retention from that standpoint. So very good support from that standpoint, very aggressive local community that really enjoys business, wants to see people prosper and flourish and grow and expand. When you really look at another aspect of the cost of living and the environment that has been created here in the city of Dothan, as I indicated before, we are definitely a hub that serves a tri-state area, anywhere from 150 miles out. Folks flow into our market. In fact, we have one of the highest inflow rates into our market in the state of Alabama. Jacksonville State has done a study for about 15 years analyzing the strongest markets and strongest draws. And of course, we're competing against Birmingham, which is a larger metropolitan area in Alabama. And our market is the strongest 15 years in a row as far as inflow into shoppers. Obviously, with that and sales tax revenue, that creates the revenue sources for us to build a very strong infrastructure system here. Our water, sewer, power, utilities are excellent. Full service. If you're in the city of Dothan, for example, your water, your sewer, and your garbage bill or an electric bill are all tied into one source. So that's very cost effective for the operation of that. But again, that resource and that revenue allows us to really build the infrastructure we need to enhance the quality of life, from therapeutic pools to new libraries to soccer fields, ball fields, running trails, golf, the whole works. Even a Frisbee disc golf course has recently been added into our market. So really try to meet the needs of our community. Again, we have a very diversified community. Fort Rucker certainly influences that, but our international investment, France, Canada, Germany, Japan, Korea, really reflect the international ties that we have into here. Swedish investment as well have been significant, and so really I think we try to have something for everybody, and the diversity is also represented in our religious affiliations here that we have into our community. I think we have just about every religion represented in our community, with well over 140 organizations to reach out and really serve the needs of our community, our diverse community out there. we are very proud of the partnership we have with the Jewish community. They've been a great partner in the community development of our area for well over 100 years. Critical component, whether it's benevolent support from a contribution standpoint for our 109 nonprofits that are out there serving our community, really helping to build our community and really foster new opportunities and support those efforts that really create and enhance the quality of life out there. Just an outstanding partner. Seen a lot of great collaboration as well with all the different religious affiliations we have here. They partner very well with our community and our other church organizations to do a lot of good for this community, and just very proud of everything they do to contribute to our economic development efforts. And I'll tell you, it's very special to have a synagogue in the Jewish community, in our community, because we are a very diverse company here. We've dealt with Israeli investment as well here, and proud to have already had a company here this past year locate here for a new distribution opportunity. But just what an integral part it is to have that diversity and have their support in all our efforts from that standpoint. From the Dothan Area Chamber of Commerce standpoint, we have a very active volunteer board of well over 32 members that represent our board in every sector into our community from a business standpoint. But we have a hardworking staff that's on call 24/7 to really answer any questions out there that any potential prospect or family may have to consider our area for a potential relocation opportunity or job opportunity into our market. We're on standby. We're ready to serve and support and assist in any way we can. So please visit our website at dothan.com. If there's any information that you need beyond what we have on the website, please give us a call, 1-800-221-1027, and let us know how we can be of service and assistance to you.